Alright guys, we are back. This is K-Talk Radio 1640 AM. This is the show, Utah Home Sweet Home. I'm your host, Yoshi Shiraki. Today we are talking about building a power team and getting started in real estate investing. Finding the right people to be able to go out and implement really creative strategies, really high caliber strategies that you see these investors execute, talk about at real estate investing meetings on YouTube, on Facebook. Last week we had again a guest who shared with us how he purchased a home, remodeled the home, and has a credit partner to refinance the hard money loan out of that home with none of this investor's money. He did this whole deal where he bought the house with a hard money loan, renovated the house with the hard money loan, and now he's got a credit partner out of Colorado who's going to refinance the hard money loan out. And that has given this investor the ability to be able to buy this house with no money down and none of his own credit, never had to show his credit score, never had to show his income. I mean, how cool is that? That is, obviously fantastic. That's a fantastic opportunity for people out there. And so we're talking about building this type of power team, and now we're going to talk about hard money lenders. So there's one way to find hard money lenders, which is what we just chatted about, going to the real estate investing associations. Off the top of my head, I can think of 5, 6 guys that I have met, 7. Just off the top of my head, it's probably more. Off the top of my head, I can think of 6 to 7 guys that I've met at these real estate investing associations. 8, another one just popped in my head. At these real estate investing associations that loan hard money, right? So people come to me. For those of you who've heard me say this on the show before, I happen to be a real estate educator where I travel the country, public speak on stage with other real estate educators where we teach this stuff, at seminars, at conventions. And a lot of these people at the seminars will come to me and say, how do I find hard money lenders? I've been looking, I Googled them, I've made a bunch of phone calls, it just kind of seems to, lead nowhere. And Google's another way, but in my personal opinion, the best way, in my personal opinion, is to meet someone face to face. Be able to talk to them, shake their hand, assuming we're not in COVID times, maybe give them elbows or something. But basically, go meet these individuals face to face, and I can think of 8 individuals that loan hard money that I've met through these real estate investing association meetings that we talked about. Another great way is to Google them. Hard money lenders in Salt Lake City, hard money lenders in wherever you live, whatever city you live in. And it's going to pull up a bunch of stuff. Now, here's the thing. When you Google anything for the very first time, you're going to just have to start calling these different companies, Google searching their reviews. You want to make sure you're dealing with people that are reputable in this hard money lending world. And there are some hard money lenders out there that have a very unforgiving contract when you sign a hard money loan with them, meaning that there's very little leniency. It might be a 6-month loan and there's no option in there to extend. What if your renovation bumps into some problems and now what you thought you would have fixed up and sold in 5, 6 months or less is now taking you 8, 9 months? Well, if you can't extend that hard money loan, then they foreclose on you and take that away, that investment away, and you've already dumped a bunch of money in there, maybe to fix it up. And so you want to make sure that you're dealing with people that are reputable, people that have, fair terms, and like anything, you want to shop those terms, right? So if somebody's charging you, let's say, 12% a month on hard money, which by the way is good, annualized, so that means it's 1% a month. So if somebody's charging you 12% for hard money is going to be more expensive than a conventional loan, just so you know. It's a short-term loan. It's only for 6 months typically. But it doesn't matter because you're still leveraging other people's money to make you a big profit. So hypothetically, if you're shopping out there and some hard money lender says, yeah, we charge 12%, and then you call another one and he's like, yeah, we charge 15%, and then Call another one and they're like, yeah, we charge 23%. Well, who do you think you're going to want to use? The guy who's charging you only 12% of interest versus the guy who's charging you 15 or 23, right? So you're also going to want to shop them around. As you're shopping these different hard money lenders, you're going to want to ask them what they charge for their money. Now, they're in the lending money game, so that's how they make their money. But you are also in the real estate investing game, and so you want to keep your expenses as low as possible. So Google's another great way, but again, you're just going to have to pick up the phone and start calling those leads that come up on Google and getting an understanding of who they are. Again, my favorite way is to go to real estate investing associations. One, because you can find them there, but two, as you start to learn who the real estate investors are that are doing this regularly, full-time, for a living, and have been, you can ask them who they use, right? So for example, if a guest called the show right now and said, Yoshi, I want a hard money lender, who do you use? That's probably a better resource for you than Google, right? But again, if you don't have that opportunity, Google's a great resource. You're just going to have to do a little bit more homework. But if you met me, because I'm the vice president of the Utah Valley Real Estate Investing Association, if you came down to our Real Estate Investing Association meeting, met up with me, and then asked me who should I use for hard money, I'd be able to tell you, because that's who I use for hard money, right? I actually use a handful of different lenders for hard money. Depends on how many transactions I have going at the same time. Anyways, so I would say Google, real estate investing associations, and different investors. Start asking them who they use. Okay, so that's a great place to start finding hard money lenders. Again, these are the individuals that are going to base the loan off of the deal of the property, not your income, not your credit score. When you hear those advertisements saying you don't need an income, you don't need a credit score, this is what they're talking about most of the time. I mean, there's a lot of strategies that you don't need money. Seller financing is another one, owner financing, wholesaling. But this is one of those scenarios that they're talking about.